Hey guys, welcome to today's video, which is surprisingly going to be a hair tutorial. If you have been on my channel for any length of time, you know that I very rarely do hair tutorials. That's why I brought in the expert. This is my friend Kaylee, and she worked out this beautiful fishtail braid number. What would you actually call this?
It's like a French and a fishtail braid. I don't know. I'm gonna come up with a creative title. It'll be in.
Wait for it.
It'll happen.
It'll happen. So if you want to learn how to do this, do keep watching. And also, if you are noticing that you like Kaylee's makeup and you're thinking this is a glamorous fall look, wow, I would really like to know how to do that. I did her makeup today, and I'm not trying to brag, but I do really like it.
I like it a lot. So you can brag all you want.
It looks perfect. So pretty. So go on over to Kaylee's channel. I will have her link below. Subscribe while you're there and watch our tutorial or my tutorial on you over there. And we'll get to your tutorial on me here right now. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, so this hairstyle might look a little daunting to some, but don't be scared. It's just 3 braids that are put together that create this really great, really effortless looking hairstyle. So we're going to start off with a French braid, and this starts off on the side that your side braid is going to be on. You're going to take a section of hair from right next to the part, and then you're going to split it in 3 and begin braiding. I like to braid a couple of times normally just to get myself started. Then because it's a French braid, we're going to stop and pick up a little bit of hair from next to the face, incorporate that with the section we're going to braid, and braid them together. And then of course we're going to do that on the other side. You're going to pick up some new hair, put it with your section, and braid those sections together. So basically a French braid is just a normal braid that likes to add friends into the mix. So basically every time you braid over, you're just adding in new friends. That's how I think about French braids. Now you're gonna see in here that I loosen up the hair around her face a lot. And the reason I do that is because I think it makes it a lot softer and a lot prettier. So definitely keep an eye on how it looks from the front as you're doing this. And you're gonna keep French braiding until you get all the hair from over the ear into your French braid. Once you've done that, all you have to do is braid just a couple of inches normally. You only have to braid till it gets to about the bottom of your ear, and then you can secure it with an elastic and you are done with braid number 1. And now we have braid number 2, which is actually the exact same as number 1, just on the other side. I'm actually going to start this braid a little farther back from the hairline on this side just so the 2 braids are closer together. That's just my personal preference. You can do whatever you want. And then I'm going to split it into 3 and begin my French braid again. And I'm just bringing in hair from around the braid as I go. And you can see here as I go that I'm going in a diagonal line so that this braid ends where the first braid ended, because they're all getting put together in one big side braid at the end of this. Now you might notice that I'm taking somewhat small sections as I create this French braid. They're usually about 1-inch sections, and the reason that I do that is just because it looks a little bit more gentle than if you were to take large sections. It's totally up to you, but I do really like how the small sections look. So you can see here I'm just continuing it on, and you want to just continue until you have all the hair from the nape of the neck into your French braid. Then again you're going to braid a couple of inches normally and secure it with a clear elastic. One trick I like to use in my braids is just to pull the braid apart a little bit after I'm done. You can see this adds volume and softness to the hairstyle, and I just love how it looks. I'm also going to pull out some little pieces of hair around her face on the non-side braid side. This is just going to help to balance the hairstyle out a little bit. And guys, we're almost there. This is the very last braid. For the last one, we're going to do a fishtail braid. So you're going to split the hair in half and make sure that you have one tail of each braid in each half. To do a fishtail braid, you just switch small pieces of hair from one section to the other. So you're going to see here that I'm going to take a small piece of hair from the back section, and then I'm going to join it with the front section. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to take a small piece from the front and put it in the back. This kind of reminds me of playing Red Rover when I was a kid. Did you guys ever play that game? Basically, you just send people from one side to the other over and over and over again, and I don't remember how you win the game. But basically, that's what you do with the fishtail braid, is you just send pieces of hair from one side to the other over and over and over again. And you can see as I did that it hid the ends of the braids really nicely, so you don't have to worry about them unraveling or anything. You can just leave those elastics in and braid away. Now because Tati's hair is super long, I'm just taking a break every couple of inches and pulling apart the hair by pulling on each little piece of the braid. And you can see that's making this much more of kind of a chunky statement braid, which I personally love. I know that's not everybody's taste, so if it's not, you can skip this step. But if you like to make your braids look more voluminous and Disney princess-esque, then just take a break every couple of inches and pull it apart. And of course, if your hair is a little bit shorter, you don't have to worry about taking a break. But just because her hair is super long, if I waited to the end, it wouldn't look as good as if I took breaks every now and then. So that's a little tip for you guys that have longer hair. Taking breaks to pull it apart really helps the overall style. Once you finally get to the end, you can secure it with an elastic and you are done with your braid. For bonus points, you can take a small piece of hair from the end and wrap it around the elastic just a couple of times to hide the elastic. And then the way that I like to secure this at the end so that you don't have to use bobby pins is that I take another elastic and put that over the tail of the hair that we wrapped around. Then you just loosen up the hair that we wrapped around and it hides both of the elastics and no bobby pins were used. And that's it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this hair tutorial and I hope you try this hairstyle out. It can work for so many different occasions. Also, make sure to go over to my channel and check out Tati's makeup tutorial over there because she is amazing at makeup and you should always watch her makeup tutorials. I'll see you there. Bye!